Man, Reggie, the Spirit got you too, didn't it? So Reggie was going to preach, but that's okay. I'm not mad at nobody. But let me, if you will, just maybe read a little of this, not because he's already read it, but there's some things I want to particularize to help me to get to what I want you to see in this simple lesson. In verse 1, it says, after this. You see that?
Yes.
Have you ever read this before?
Oh, yes.
It said, after what? That should make you curious. He said, after this, whatever this is, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. If I'm going to really teach this, because you got to lay a foundation to help you to understand why events take place. Mm-hmm. You got to know what after this is. If we miss after this, then none of the rest of this will make much sense. So let's go and try to find out after this. Well, in chapter 4, if you remember, Jesus met a Samaritan woman at the well.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And in his conversation with her, he asked her for something to drink. And she thought she was smarter than he.
Yes.
And said, sir, how is it that you being a Jew
Yes.
is talking to me? Well, I'm Samaritan. And Jesus said, I thirst. Now the woman still thought she was smarter than you. She said, I just want a little water. She said, I don't have nothing to dip it with. Which leads me, if you didn't have anything to dip with, what you doing at the well? And you know, there's some folk like that in life. Anyway, Jesus said, well, if you give me that water, or if you drink that water, you're going to thirst again. But I can give you some water where you will never thirst. Now, he's aroused her interest. You know, if I tell you, you say, let me have $10, get something to eat, and I say, listen, I tell you what, I give you $10, but you will never have to worry about buying the food again. You want that $10. Mm-hmm. Well, you want 10 whether you go eat again. But after he tells her this, now she is inquisitive. At first, she didn't want to talk with him, but now she said, if you can give me this water, where I should never thirst again, let me have some. And then she begins to act like she got some sense. She said, sir, before she would call him sir, she said, sir, I'd love to have some of that water. And the woman answered, and Jesus said, well, here's what you need. Go call your husband. Oh, Lord. So go get your husband and bring him, and I'll give both of y'all some water. Then sister, she didn't realize who he was. And she said, I don't have no husband. Like she don't pull a fast. Jesus said, I know you don't. I know you don't have one. You got 5, or you've been with 5, and none of them are yours. Since you should have kept your mouth shut. And then the woman said, I perceive that you are a prophet. Jesus started talking then about leading her to worship. And he told her, he said, our fathers worship in this mountain. He said, in Jerusalem, in this place. He said, where we are. He said, but God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in, and many of our brethren miss that. Notice what that says, spirit and in truth. Many of them miss that. They want truth. They don't have any. It kind of act like that. They don't know what spirit is. We know what the spirit is. Spirit is an emotion also. Our spirit has to be in conjunction with God's spirit. That's what makes you sway and all of that. Your spirit. If your spirit is not ignited by righteousness, by gospel, by the truth, then you don't know why you sway. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid somebody's going to sway. But it's not for you to judge. Not for you to judge. Maybe you don't know why you're doing it. So see, he said, God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And then the woman comes back and says unto him, I know that you are the Messiah coming, which is called Christ. When he comes, he shall tell us all things. Then he dealt with one other issue before this occurring event. He dealt with one other issue. And when he dealt with that issue, that's when the writer, John, says, after these, there was a feast. These things lay the foundation for who Christ is. These things lay the foundation. Notice what he's doing with that lady at the well. He's laying the foundation for truth that she needs to be. He's laying the foundation for her to have a conviction, to stand on a conviction and have faith. And so when we get to after these things, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there was at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool which in Hebrew is called Bethesda, having 5 foot. And in these, according to the scripture, laid a great multitude of impotent folks. That must have been a whole bunch of folks. The Bible said they were blind, withered, and they were all there with something in mind, waiting for the moving of the water. The thing that amazed me when I read from verse 1 to verse number 3 is that all of a sudden, all of these sick people laying, here comes Jesus. Isn't that just like him? Yeah. You always want to come around where people are hurt. He's here this morning. He's here this morning. You always want to come around where people are suffering, where they feel neglected. He's here this morning. Where there are discomfort in life. All of these folk here, if you picture this thing here, this is a daily sight. Yes. I want you to get this. This is a daily sight. A daily sight. That all these folk are gathered there in their same misery, day after day after day. Can you visualize this? It's a daily sight. It just wasn't a one-time thing. Every day, multitudes of people are laying there at the well, sitting on the porch, waiting for deliverance. Many of these folks don't know how they're going to make it. Sound like us, don't we? We go through the same thing every day. Waiting for a change. And yet we don't know when the change is going to come. Not only do we not know when, but we don't know how. So these folks, you see this? You see this in the text? The Bible said it was just a multitude of them. Some of them, as the Bible says, were blind. Some of them, as the Bible says, halt and withered. Didn't have all the limbs. Some didn't have all of the faculties to think. There were all kinds there. And they were waiting on some. You know, some folks will get in a crowd and wait, and they don't know what they're waiting for. They just wait till they see everybody else. Wait. They just stand by. They just get in a line. You ever see folks like that? I'll tell you when you see it. When it starts getting cold in the wintertime, you see all of these guys bunch up in the center, think they're going to be helped at the center, and you don't know why they're there, but because you're here, you just jump in the crowd. All these folks just wait. The Bible says, verse 4, it says, and an angel went down in a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. And whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatever disease he had. And then it denotes a certain person. It said, and a certain man was there, could classify any of us, men or women, which had an infirmity 38 years. That's longer than some of you been old. And then some of you folk that are sick, you probably can amen that. You know, when you got a physical ailment for a long period of time, not only does it start working on you physically, it starts working on you mentally. Amen. After you've been struggling physically, it starts affecting you mentally. You know what you start telling yourself? And the same thing, you don't have to be sick. It's just when you begin to get old. You begin to get, the Lord blesses you and allows you to get up. It doesn't just affect you physically, the things you used to do, but that starts affecting you mentally. Why do you think they run TV commercials about all them old folks on TV? I was looking the other day, they got the little thing for people, old people. They put it inside the door to get up with. I went to get up the other day, I better go get me one. I ain't never needed one before, because it started messing with you mentally. When you say, not only does it bother you physically, but it starts, you start telling yourself, I can't do that. I used to could do all of that stuff, but I no longer can do it. And even when you did. Even when you did. I see these two ladies in the Walmart, me and Gary, I think together in Walmart. They were, what much younger than we were, they were in, they looked like 30. They riding around with one of them handicapped things. He said, we ought to get one. I said, no, because if I start acting like that, I start thinking like that. As long as I can walk, I can walk. These two young girls riding up on them things. No, I ain't bothering that. Because I ain't going to change my thought pattern. I'm going to think that I can still do it as long as I can do it. If I start riding on that thing, I'm giving up and saying, I can't do that no more. So that's the idea here. And then you got the fellow who's 38, been there 38 years. He doesn't give up everything. In fact, he has given up so much that he's beginning to feel sorrow for him. That's what happens in life. That's when we talk about a pity party. That's a pity party. You want to see a pity party? Let's read this. Watch this. He said, and there was a certain man which had infirmity 38 years. When he saw Jesus, knew that he had been down a long time. In this case, he said, Jesus just ask a question. You want to be whole?
One question.
Just ask him, you want to be whole? Man ain't answered yet. But what does he do? That's a pity party. Why? The impotent man answered and said, sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me in. That's just the start of his pity party. He said,
but while I'm coming,
he said, but while I'm coming,
another step.
He said, somebody else get in front of me.
Yeah. Sure do.
Read.
And Jesus said,
and Jesus said,
rise, take up thy bed and walk.
Now, I want to stop and give you a second because there's actually 4 points I want to give you. I don't know if we have time to do these 4 points. But you see the story, you see the why, you see all of this. The simple element, and I've done this, used this thing before. But here's what I want you to think about this morning. But it's all in context what I just given you. I want to talk about stop, drop, and roll. You know what that is? Jeffrey, you laughing? You look at it like I know what that is. Let me tell you, if you catch on fire, what you do? Stop, drop, and roll. I want to talk about stop, drop, in this case, in this context, I want to feel this. Because this guy here, 38 years with the infirmity. Boy, in 38 years, this fella has suffered. He has suffered some disappointment. Amen. So much so that now it affects his psyche. If you constantly being turned down, constantly being talked down to, you're constantly being browbeaten, it affects how you think about yourself.
Yes.
We're Christians, we're children of God. Amen. And we have to admonish and encourage every opportunity we have. But if you're constantly being bashed, being talked down to, being looked down at, it affects your psyche. So not only do you think that way, guess what? You start behaving that way. See what I'm saying? The Bible said that this man had this infirmity for 38 years. And so not only was he disabled 38 years, not only was he that, but now, not because we don't know to what extent that he was limited in his mobility, but now he's believing that he can no longer even do it. He's given up. Mm-hmm. You see what Jesus said? He said, well, I've been sitting here 38 years, and every time I get ready to get in, somebody step in front of me. He didn't want to get in. He'd already given up. He'd already said, I can't do this. Look how long I've been here. 38 years, I can't do this. So my point in this, the point that I want to drive this one, is that we have in the church the mentality, many times folk have an unrealized sense that God has our back. On everything. If you live according to God's word, I mean consistently, no matter what you go through in life, God has your back. You may not see it at this point, but just keep living. God has your back. He couldn't realize this because he had paralyzed himself. Not only was he physically paralyzed, but he had mentally. The thought pattern has a lot to do with what you do. Think about your own children. You keep telling them they can't do this, and those kids that excel and exceed in school are the ones that parents are telling them, you can do it. You can do it. No, it's too hard. No, you can do it. Don't ever put the thought in their mind that they cannot succeed. I'm telling you that as a child of God, if you just keep living right, if you keep God's will in front of you, stop complaining. Stop. making excuses for nothing. Some folks got excuses for everything. Let me tell you something. Your excuses don't mean nothing to God. God knows what God is able to do anything but fail. You need to stop complaining. Stop making excuses. Stop putting obstacles in your track when all you got to do is serve God. He'll open the door. The Bible says he'll open the door that no man can close. He'll close the door that no man can open. But you got to stop complaining. You see this man here? He done relegated his whole life. And some of us like that. We sitting on the stool or do nothing. Done relegated his whole life. I can't do it. And Jesus didn't ask him, can you do it? He just asked, do you want to be killed? He already, his thought pattern was so messed up, he didn't even hear what Jesus said. He said, do you want to be saved? And start making excuses. Well, I've been sitting here 38 years, and every time I get ready, here comes Gibson. He stepped in front of me. He stepped. And some of us the same way. Some of us have the same mentality that that man has. The reason we haven't done anything, the reason we don't move, the reason we don't grow, the reason we don't develop, it's not my fault. It's many of our own fault. We put ourselves in a box. So when the church asks for help, you can't do it. I have never been involved in nothing like that. We need teachers. I never taught anybody. The Hebrew writer wrote, by the time we ought to be teaching, you need teaching again. It's because we don't make ourselves available, and anything time something comes up, we got an excuse. Stop complaining. Just stop making excuses. I teach in my marriage class. Especially husband and wife, that's the most sacred dealing. And I said, the wife might be saying, he don't ever do nothing. Getting hot. They don't ever. And I said, what's the problem, man? I just don't have time. It's not enough time in the day anymore, Brett Coffey. And I said, could you do something if I started thinking. I gave you this $500. Yeah, what you want me to do? I said, whatever she wants. I'm still digging for it like I'm trying to find. I ain't got $5. But he don't know that. Yeah, what you want me to do, brother? What you want me to do? I don't want you to do anything. She's going to complain. Well, he said, you going to give me the $500? I said, no. He said, well, I ain't got time. I said, you had time when you thought I had $500. We have to learn to stop. This man, and many of us in our own sense, this man had become a pathetic sight at this pool. Yes. In fact, I imagine him sitting there, he had discouraged others. Maybe that's why there were multitudes there every day, over and over, because they had now took on the mentality that he had. Many of our new members, new converts, are watching over. Don't watch these over. Don't watch them. I'm here to tell you, stop complaining. Stop looking for excuses. This guy here, been there a long time. And even in our world today, even in our churches, we got some folks that have been in the church a long time. But yet are not willing to put all their trust in God. Ready to trust everything else but God. I'm telling you this morning. Stop. Other part of that is wrong. Stop, drop. Let's drop. What is it we want to drop? Well, let's see what Jesus told this guy. This is an interesting statement. Go back over here a minute to John chapter 5. This is interesting. And I often wonder when you read some things, why did they make the sense they make? In John chapter 5, in verse number 7, I'm going to have Brother Starks to read that. We're going to read that again so I can do the drop. He said,
The impotent man answered
he said,
him,
and the impotent man answered,
Sir,
Sir,
I have no man.
I have no man.
When the water is
When the
troubled,
water's
to put me in the
to
pool.
put me in the pool.
But while I am coming,
Well, we know about his pity party. He said, while I'm coming,
another steppeth down
another
before me.
get down in front of me. Read.
Jesus said unto him,
Jesus said unto him,
Rise, take up thy
Rise.
bed and walk.
Take up thy bed
And walk.
and walk. Read.
And immediately the man was made whole.
Immediately, not the next day. Immediately.
The man
That's
was
why you
made
got
whole.
to stop and drop. Because he said immediately the man was made whole. Now keep in mind, he was sitting there waiting on an angel to come and stir the water up so he could get in the pool and be made whole. But once he dropped his pity party, the Bible says immediately, not tomorrow, immediately,
The man was made
the
whole.
man was made whole.
And took up his bed.
And I often wonder when I'm reading, why is certain words, why did he have to say, and took up his bed
And walked.
and walked?
And on the same day was the
same
Sabbath.
day was the Sabbath. Why do we need to know that? Oh, this good preaching. Good preaching, good teaching. He said on the same day, picked up his bed, walked, and Jesus told him, and then John had to put on that. Now, Coffey, this was the Sabbath day.
Yes.
Why was it necessary for John to tell me that when the man stopped and dropped, it was the seventh day? Oh, Lord. You see, the mind is still working under Jewish law. They're not working under the Christian dispensation. They're working under the Mosaic law. And on the Sabbath day, it was illegal to do anything but serve God. They couldn't do anything. You remember reading about the man that went to pick up the sticks to warm himself, and they took the sticks and beat him. You couldn't do nothing. Remember the sister that was going to bake some bread on the Sabbath day, and he lied. She said, we don't cook on Sunday over here. He's catching his clothes. We got some sisters today that will believe. Yeah, they're living under that Mosaic law. But see, so on the Sabbath day, it was illegal to do anything on the Sabbath day. If you had to take care of your servants, it was illegal. If you didn't lay out clothes on the sixth day, you couldn't lay them out on the Sabbath day. If you had to get some fuel, you had to get it on the sixth day, because if you tried to get it on the Sabbath day, they would stone. Why am I saying that? Oh, Lord. Fasten your seatbelt. I don't want you to fall out and bump your head. Some of us, we emphasize days more than we do.